They will tell you to stay quiet. They will tell you confidence is arrogance. They'll whisper that power corrupts because they've never had any. They'll teach you to shrink so others feel tall, to smile when you're angry, to apologize for things that weren't your fault. They want you harmless, predictable, obedient, because a man who doubts himself is easy to control. He follows, he hesitates, he obeys. But the moment you stop asking for approval, the moment you trust your own instincts more than their opinions, you become unpredictable. And that terrifies them. They call it ego. They call it attitude. But Machiavelli called it power. This video isn't for the fragile. It's for those who are done bowing, those ready to walk into every room with quiet dominance, those who understand the world doesn't reward the kind, it rewards the confident who dare to take. If that's you, then listen closely, because by the end of this video, you won't just be confident, you'll be dangerously confident. You've been living as if the world owes you balance, as if hard work and patience guarantee respect. But that's the greatest illusion ever sold. The world doesn't reward the kind. It doesn't care about fairness. It bows to those who command certainty, the ones who speak like they already own what they desire, the ones who move as if they cannot lose. People don't follow truth, they follow conviction. That's why confidence isn't emotion, it's authority in motion. It's the quiet dominance that makes others question their own strength. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. Power was never about kindness, it was about perception. The confident appear destined, and the world rushes to agree with them. Every emperor, every conqueror, every king that shaped history mastered one thing: unshakable presence. They didn't wait to feel ready, they declared themselves ready, and the world adjusted. You've spent years doubting yourself, waiting for approval, begging to be noticed. But hesitation is how men die before they're buried. Every time you hesitate, someone hungrier, colder, and more certain takes what you wanted. You lose not because you're weak, but because you pause. And confidence eliminates pause. Confidence is silence when others shout. It's composure when others crumble. It's looking fear dead in the eye and saying, "Move." It's walking into every room like you own the oxygen in it. The powerful don't seek attention. Attention seeks them. From this point on, you stop chasing validation. You become it. You stop explaining your worth. You let your presence announce it. Confidence isn't something you wait for. It's something you decide to be. So inhale your doubt. Let it harden into resolve. Every insult, every rejection, every failure, burn it into focus. Because the man who controls himself commands everything around him. Confidence isn't about being fearless. It's about moving despite fear. And when you master that, the world will no longer test you. It will obey you. Comment below, "I command myself." Confidence isn't just about how you feel. It's about how others feel around you. When your energy is still but heavy, people sense it. They hesitate, they filter their words, they don't even know why, but something in them whispers, "Don't challenge him." That's the beginning of real power, the unspoken control over the emotional temperature of every room you enter. Machiavelli called it the art of appearing necessary. The confident man doesn't chase attention, he creates gravity. Others orbit him, drawn by the calm force of his certainty. Weak men shout to prove they matter. Powerful men don't need to. Their silence carries authority. Their eye contact feels like judgment. Their posture, their timing, their tone all say the same thing. I decide how this moment goes. You want to know why dangerous confidence bends people? Because humans are wired to follow strength. Not kindness, not talent, but certainty. When you walk like you've already won, they start believing it. The mind confuses confidence for truth. That's the law of perception. You don't have to be right, you only have to be sure. Look at any leader who ruled without resistance: Caesar, Napoleon, even modern tycoons. They didn't ask to be respected, they engineered respect. They spoke slowly, they moved deliberately, they never flinched under pressure. People mirror what they see. So when you look unshaken, you create order where others feel chaos. That's what Machiavelli meant when he said, Men judge more by the eye than by the hand. Appear powerful, and you become powerful. So stop trying to impress anyone. Instead, unsettle them with composure. Don't explain your value. Make them feel it. Speak less. Observe more. The man who listens silently holds the upper hand, because silence is a throne for the confident. From now on, walk like you're being watched, because you are. Every step, every pause, every word becomes a message. I am in control. Comment below. My calm commands. There are two forces that rule human behavior: fear and respect. The weak chase love. The powerful command both. But here's the truth most men never grasp. Respect born from fear lasts longer than affection born from kindness. People may love you today and betray you tomorrow, but when they fear disappointing you, they stay loyal even when you're not in the room. Machiavelli understood this better than anyone. He wrote that it's safer to be feared than loved, not because cruelty is strength, but because fear creates boundaries that love cannot. Love invites familiarity. Familiarity breeds comfort, and comfort kills awe. Once they think they know you, they stop valuing you. But when you hold back just enough, when your silence feels like judgment and your approval feels earned, they treat every word you speak as law. Respect without edge is weakness. You must learn to balance warmth with distance. A confident man knows when to withdraw his presence. That's when others begin to chase it. Every king, every leader, every silent conqueror understood this. Power is not shown, it's felt. The more unpredictable you are, the more people build myths around you, and myths are stronger than explanations. The psychology is simple. Humans crave certainty, yet they worship mystery. They fear what they can't fully read. So stop being transparent. Don't show all your intentions. Don't reveal your thoughts. Let them wonder what you're capable of. Let them feel like they never truly know you. The unknown keeps you untouchable. You are no longer a man who reacts. You are a man who controls reactions. You don't raise your voice, you lower it, and the room grows silent. You don't rush, you pause, and everyone waits for your next move. That is how the confident evolve into the feared. Comment below. My silence has power. Power doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it walks in quietly, and everything changes. That's the aura of dominance, not noise, not aggression, but undeniable gravity. It's when your very presence rearranges the energy in the room. No one can explain it, but they feel it. A tension between respect and unease. That's what dangerous confidence looks like. Machiavelli would say, the truly powerful man doesn't seek control. He embodies it. He doesn't need to say, I'm in charge. People sense it in the way he stands, in the steadiness of his eyes, in the silence between his words. His aura tells them, this man doesn't ask, he decides. Dominance isn't about being loud, it's about being inevitable. It's the rhythm in your walk, the calm in your tone, the precision in your choices. It's when your composure under pressure makes others question their own. The world reads energy before it reads words. And when yours is unshaken, it becomes magnetic. Every empire, every corporation, every hierarchy still obeys this law. Perception is power. That's why men who master stillness dominate chaos. When you move with purpose, people move around you. When you speak rarely, your words gain weight. And when you act without emotion, the emotional become predictable. You are not meant to blend in. You are meant to command atmosphere. So start carrying yourself as if everything you touch must align with your will. Your body, your tone, your silence, all must speak the same language. Certainty. Stand taller, speak slower, look longer. Not as performance, as possession. Because when a man truly believes he owns his fate, the world begins to believe it too. That's the aura, the invisible crown. You don't wear it, you radiate it. Comment below. I walk with presence. Emotions are the strings that pull ordinary men. Anger, love, fear, validation. They dance to the rhythm of what others think. But the powerful man cuts those strings. He feels everything, yet is ruled by nothing. That is emotional detachment, not numbness, but control. The moment you master it, no one can manipulate you again. Machiavelli warned that passion blinds judgment. The ruler who reacts loses. The one who observes rules. Because the loudest man in the room is always the weakest. He's still trying to prove something. But the one who stays calm while others rage, he already knows who he is. You cannot outfight a man who feels nothing when he's provoked. Emotional detachment is the final evolution of confidence. It turns you into something rare, unreadable, unpredictable, untouchable. When people realize they can't get a reaction from you, they start respecting your silence. When insults, flattery, and temptation all meet the same expressionless calm, you rise above human noise. That's how the few dominate the many. Understand this: emotion is leverage. Every time you react, you give someone power. The manipulator thrives on your anger. The critic feeds on your insecurity. The flatterer feeds on your need for praise. The detached man starves them all. His strength is that nothing external defines his internal state. The world will test you. Betrayal, rejection, chaos, all designed to pull you back into the crowd. But remember, a calm mind in a storm is feared more than the storm itself. People can't predict you when you're emotionally disciplined. They can't control what they can't read. So from now on, feel deeply, act coldly. Because mastery doesn't mean you stop feeling. It means you feel everything, but show nothing. That's not heartlessness. That's sovereignty. Comment below, my calm is my weapon. The weak act constantly. The powerful act strategically. Every move of yours must carry weight, not desperation. You don't waste energy proving, chasing, or explaining. You wait, you observe, you strike when the impact echoes. That's the law of selective action, the difference between the impulsive and the inevitable. Machiavelli taught that fortune favors the calculating, not the reckless. He wrote that timing is everything, that power belongs to those who understand when not to move. The impatient man burns out his strength. The patient man builds pressure until the world bends. That's how kings win without wars. You must learn to weaponize restraint. Every second you hold back, tension grows. People fear what they can't predict. When you don't react instantly, they start guessing. When you don't rush to explain, they start overthinking. Mystery multiplies your presence. Your silence makes noise louder than words ever could. Look at predators in nature. Lions don't chase every sound. They conserve their energy until the perfect moment, then act with precision. One strike, one victory. That's how dominance sustains itself, through discipline, not display. Every action you take should look effortless, but behind it must lie calculation. When you speak, your words must feel final. When you decide, your movement must look inevitable. Power is not speed, it's control over momentum. You move when it matters, and when you move, it matters to everyone else. This is how the truly confident operate. They do less, but achieve more. They don't waste time correcting lies or defending themselves, because correction lowers status. The truth always resurfaces on its own. Until then, you remain still and let the noise expose itself. So stop scattering your power, choose your moments, because when everything you do feels intentional, you no longer chase influence, you embody it. Comment below, my patience is power. Weak men crumble when life loses structure. They panic when plans fail, when the world turns unpredictable. But the dangerous man, he smiles in chaos, because he knows chaos is not the enemy, it's the arena. It's where the soft are exposed and the disciplined rise. Confidence that depends on order is fragile. Confidence that thrives in disorder is unstoppable. Machiavelli wrote that the wise ruler learns to use fortune like a weapon, never trusting stability, always adapting, always ready. The strong don't pray for calm waters. They become the storm that others navigate around. When the ground shakes beneath everyone else, your stillness becomes legend. Understand this. Chaos is the ultimate test of self-control. The crowd screams, but you remain silent. They rush, you wait. They doubt, you decide. That's when the balance of power shifts. Because while others lose themselves to panic, you gain clarity. And clarity in chaos is the rarest, deadliest form of strength. Confidence isn't proven in peaceful moments. It's revealed when nothing goes as planned. You must train your mind to find rhythm in disorder, to stay deliberate in unpredictability. That's what separates leaders from followers, the ability to command focus when everything else collapses. So when chaos comes, and it will, breathe slower, move slower, let the world rage while you conserve energy and calculate. Your calm becomes a mirror that exposes their instability. Your patience becomes a weapon that breaks their will. The moment they realize you're unfazed by uncertainty, you become the fixed point in their confusion, and therefore the one they follow. Never fear chaos. Master it. Because power doesn't belong to the man who avoids the storm. It belongs to the one who becomes unshakable within it. Comment below, "I am the calm in the storm." The truly powerful don't just command attention, they shape perception. They become mirrors, reflecting back to others what they most crave or most fear. This is the mirror of power, the silent art of psychological control. Machiavelli understood that men see only what serves their desires, so the wise never reveal their true self. They become what each person needs to see. To the ambitious, you appear as opportunity. To the fearful, you appear as danger. To the lost, you appear as certainty. That's how the confident control without commands, by mastering reflection. People follow what they recognize in themselves. Show them strength when they seek protection, mystery when they seek excitement, indifference when they seek approval. You don't need to manipulate with lies. Perception does it for you. They'll build their own version of you, and in doing so, they trap themselves in your influence. The mirror doesn't chase attention, it attracts it effortlessly. When you understand how people want to see you, you can make them move without a word. The secret is restraint. The less you reveal, the more they project. The less you explain, the more they obsess. That's why silence and stillness are power multipliers. The man who knows himself can become anyone. The man who needs to be understood becomes predictable. So don't try to be liked, be interpreted. Let them guess, admire, and fear in equal measure. Because mystery isn't absence. It's control. Comment below. They see what I allow. Power requires distance. The louder the world becomes, the more a strong man retreats, not out of weakness, but for refinement. This is the discipline of isolation, the space where the mind sharpens and the spirit hardens. You cannot build dominance surrounded by noise. You must disappear long enough to become irreplaceable. Machiavelli knew rulers who ruled themselves before ruling others. Solitude was their forge. While the crowd sought comfort, they sought clarity. Because in isolation, distractions die, and your true identity begins to take shape. You see your flaws without excuses. You refine your thoughts until they cut like blades. That's where dangerous confidence is born. In the quiet hours when no one's watching, and you choose to evolve instead of escape. Weak men fear being alone because it forces them to face themselves, but the confident use it to rebuild themselves. Isolation isn't absence, it's preparation. When you return from it, your presence feels heavier, your silence more commanding. People can sense when a man has spent time in the wilderness of his own mind. He moves slower, speaks less, but everything he does carries gravity. So step back, cut the noise. Detach from meaningless chatter. You owe your energy to vision, not validation. In the stillness, power concentrates, and when you re-emerge, you're no longer one of them. You've become the one they wait for. Comment below, "My solitude builds my strength." Everything you've learned, control, silence, patience, detachment, it all leads here. Untouchability, the state where nothing external can shake you, tempt you, or define you. This is where confidence turns into command. You no longer need to prove, persuade, or perform. You simply are. Machiavelli believed the highest form of power was self-mastery. The ruler who governed his own impulses could govern empires. And that's what becoming untouchable means. The world still moves, but it can't move you. Insults lose weight. Praise loses influence. You stop reacting and start directing. Untouchable men operate from inner law. Their emotions obey reason. Their actions serve purpose. Their silence creates gravity. They don't chase validation because they've already conquered the only battlefield that matters, the one within. When you reach this point, you realize the truth. Nobody can take power from you unless you hand them your reaction. Understand this. Your energy is currency. Spend it only where it multiplies. Your time is a weapon. Aim it only where it changes outcomes. Every word, every glance, every decision should serve your legacy, not your mood. From here on, you walk differently. Your presence demands quiet. Your eyes speak louder than your voice. People feel your confidence before you even open your mouth. That's not arrogance, that's sovereignty. The calm assurance of a man who has faced himself and refused to kneel. So remember this final law. You are not here to be liked. You are here to be respected. You are not here to fit in. You are here to stand alone and still stand tall. The world doesn't need another good man. It needs one unbreakable one. Comment below, I am untouchable. And if this message found its mark, like, subscribe and turn on notifications, because this is Mind of Machiavelli, where men are not taught to feel powerful. They're taught to become it.